Remember, you can pause anytime you need. 可以随时按下暂停键。Make sure have your tools ready. Okay, today we are going to learn the watercolor. So make sure you have your watercolor paper and it's on the rough side. That is the front of the watercolor paper. Okay, so that's double check you are using the right thing. Okay, so first we need a pencil and eraser on the side. So we are going to lay out. Okay, so we are going to do the plants and we are going to do two of them. So we have to divide the color paper in half. So we are do one on each. Okay, so we are doing the watercolor, so which means you have to try to make the thing bigger. So it's helping you to make the color easy for you to paint. Okay, so you can start with the right or left. You can change the layout, it doesn't matter. Okay, so first we are going to do the body part. Okay, so it looks like a plant and we try to do like the cylinder. It looks like the 3D shape. Okay, a curve. Make sure it looks like the 3D. So which means we have the side, so we have the top, the thickness. Okay, so we have the top, we have the side, and we have the bottom. Okay, so you can change the design a little bit, but I want to see something looks like 3D. Okay, so you maybe can have some design. If you want to add some pattern, you can do it after we finish the color. And let's see how you want to add for the pattern. Okay, so we finished one here. Then we are working on this one. This one I want is looks like a rectangle shape. Okay, so it looks like a rectangular. So we are doing the side. The same, we have the side and it's a 3D, so we have to do a top, the thickness of the plant. Okay, now I can remove the center line because I balance my joint. Okay, so now I want you to decide what kind of plants you want to make. It could be the flowers, it could be the ivy, or it could be some different styles leaf. Okay, so I want you to take about maybe 5 minutes to think about it. Even you can Google it to see what kind of plants you want to make, you want to do, but I want you to try to find something that the leaf is big. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to think about it. Okay, so welcome back. I hope you have the reference for you to start to do the plants. Okay, so I'm going to start to do mine. Okay, so I will try to find the leaf looks bigger. I want to try to do something like the ivy. Okay, the ivy is poison, so don't touch it. But it's just like the ivy, doesn't mean it is the ivy, okay? So I try to make the leaf big. Some leaf even cover the pot on the side here. So you have to see what kind of shape it looks like for your plant. Okay, it looks like the oval, it looks like the water drop, it looks like the heart shape, or it looks like the maple leaf. Okay, it has the mint outline for it. Then you can add the detail, such as my leaf is broken, So I have a broken light here to make the leaf open. Okay, so this detail is after you finish the main shape of it. Okay, so we do something big, then something small after. Even I got the hole there. See, I finished the leaf first, then do the detail after. Okay, never be rushed. So you have to keep your paper clean all the time because we are doing the watercolor. If you have too much fingerprint on your paper and you just color it with the watercolor, the fingerprint will be protected by the watercolor. So you will see your paper looks a little bit messy because those fingerprints from the pencil. Okay, so that's why I always keep my paper clean. Okay, if I smash the paper by my hands, then I have to erase that right away. So I don't want to keep any prints that I don't need it. So keep the paper clean. Try to do the thing big, okay? So anything you really like, and you will have it in the box or in the pops or in the vase. Okay, so each pops I want to see at this 4 leaf. Okay, if you just do one single leaf, that will be too little and you don't have the chance to practice more. So each pause I want you to do at this 4 leaf, and you can do more, that will be perfect. Okay, but try to do more than 4. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and plus 1. So I have 7. Okay. So when you finish the pencil line, again, we are doing the watercolor. So we have to remove the pencil line as much as we can. Okay. So I have to make sure my paper doesn't have the extra line, because after I brush the water, after I brush the color on my drawings, and I'm not going to remove the pencil line anymore. Okay. Okay, then when we finish our pencil line, you can get your pencil eraser away, and that's get your watercolor start ready. Before we start to color, you have to prepare your watercolor pens and watercolor paper for short, your watercolor trayer so you can mix the color, a towel that is allow you to dry your brush. You can use the napkin if you don't have the towel to use, and the cool, clean water. So make sure the water is no temperature. So you are not going to use the warm water or even the hot water. Cool water only. And we need a big brush for big area, medium brush for medium area, and small brush for small area. Okay, but you have to look at your brushes. If your brush looks like this, looks like explodes, okay, then don't use this type of the brush, it's damaged. Okay, you can use this brush to color the grass or something rough. Okay, so now we can begin to color. So when you have your watercolor set ready, now we can begin to color. Before we color, I want you to remind yourself the watercolor is always start with the brightest color. So what do I mean the brightest color? So let me show you my palette. Okay, so we always start from the yellow. So that's the brightest color, right? From my chair, see how much color I have. So we start from the yellow. If you have anything is coming with the yellow, you have to color it first. Okay, then you might have the golden brown, orange, red, brown, and purple. Okay, so if you have yellow and you finish the yellow, then you have golden, then color the golden first, then finish these two colors, then you can color the orange, brown, red, and then will be purple. When you finish the warm color, then you can move on to the cool color family. It's like green and blue. Okay, so the green and blue will be the last color when you finish all the warm color family. Got it? So I don't want to see anyone start with the green color because the green color is the cool family, right? So start with all the warm color first, and yellow always come first if you have the yellow. Okay, so I want to have some yellow. The color here. So this time I'm going to blend in the color from rich, light, rich. So I'm going to color on both sides. Don't forget the last time we did the watercolor, we have to blend in the color, okay? So I color the yellow first. Wash my brush. Release the water. Okay, then bring the color to the center. So you can have the rich color at the corner and the brightest color, the lightest color at the middle. Okay, so be careful when you color, you have to slow down. Okay, keep the color inside the shape. Small area, small brush, big area, big brush. Okay, so keep that in your mind. If you need it, you have to switch the brush as you need. Okay, so in case you forget how to blend the color, so I will do it again. Now I will going to zoom in my drawings so you can see more. Okay, looks good. Okay, now I'm going to start with the purple. Okay, so mix the color with the water. Make sure it looks like liquid. Okay, looks like watery. So that we can say it's the watercolor, right? If it's too dry, it's not going to be the watercolor. So when you have the color ready, color around. Color around, no middle, just color around. Okay, leave the middle white, clear. So we only color around the shape, leave the middle white. Then I wash my brush. I release the water from the towel. Then bring the color to the middle. So we wash the color a little bit and bring the color to the middle. Okay, so you have dark, medium, and bright. Okay, now I believe you have a better idea to color rest of them. So be careful if you have something small. Don't cross over. So it is a good time that you can practice to color somewhere small. So which means you are not going to very rush. Take your time. That's why this time we only practice 2 objects, okay? Because I want you to spend more time to doing more detail. Okay, finish the color, wash the brush, remove the water, and bring the color to the middle. If you think the dark color is not dark enough, you can add the color on when it is still wet. Okay, so we are just practice dark, medium, light. Okay, keep going. So you can blend any color you want, but remember, you have to finish all the warm color before we move on to color the green or blue. You have to be very, very gentle because we have more detail this time. So which means you have to be very careful, okay? So try to find the smaller brush, the smallest brush you have to color your small object. You see, I haven't finished my warm color, so I'm not coloring the green color yet, right? So you are doing the same thing. Don't be rushed. Now I'm coloring my brown color, and it will be my last color of the warm color. Then after I finish the brown, then I can move on to color my green color. Okay, so before I start to color the green color, I have to make sure my warm color is dry, so the color won't transform to the warm color to make my color looks messy. Okay, so I can, let me see which one is dry. I think the first one is dry up. So same things, choose a color, choose a green color. So you know some leaf looks a little bit purple, a little bit blue, so you don't have to do the same green as I do. Okay, depend what kind of plants that you are doing, so we won't have the same green. Okay, so same thing, or color around one side by one side. Okay, then wash the brush, release the water, and bring the color to the middle. Okay, one more time. Color around, not the middle, just around. If your leaf is so small, so you have to be more careful. Okay, so I color around, leave the middle white, then I wash my brush, release the water, then bring the color to the middle. So we can have dark, medium, light. Okay, then you just repeating for rest of the leaf. So make sure when you color the leaf are not touched to each other until the color is totally dried. Okay, until the color is totally dry. So see, I finished this one, then I can do the other one, because this leaf is not going to affect this one I'm doing. So when you color, you have to make sure some part is totally dry, so you can move on the side. So when I want to color the leaf behind the one I just colored, I have to make sure the front one is totally dry so I can color the forward one. Okay, so it looks like it's dry, so I can color the one behind. Okay, so make sure the color is dry so you can color the one beside the object. Okay, and since they are the same green and they are too close to each other, So I'm going to design. Okay, I'm going to design to make the leaf a little bit different. The color, I meant. The green color will be a slightly different. So I add a little bit blue inside, so it turned a little bit blue-green, but not too much, okay? Because they are still the same leaf. They are still the same leaf, so I'm not going to make the color too dark. They're just slightly different, but similar greens. But I just have a few blue inside the green I just used. And don't forget to color the stem. Okay, I know the stem is so skinny. It might not be easy for you to color dark, medium, light. So it is okay, but try your best to keep the color neat and clean and inside the shape. Moving on. Each plant, I want you to use different greens. Don't use the same green. So this one I'm using the yellow green. So the other one I'm going to use the blue green to make these two plants look different. Okay, so same dark, medium, light. So I know we might have lots of detail to color, but the joint just needs the patience, okay? So that's all we need. Good art always takes time, okay? So don't be rushed. Rush never got the good art. Try to do dark, medium, light, the color value as much as you can. But if the area is really tiny that is very hard for you to do it, then you can just use the flat color. Just a plain color is okay. But I would say try to do as much as you can. When you used to it, the watercolor will be very fun for you. But it takes time to practice, okay? So don't give up. Never give up, okay? since you're used to it, everything will become easy and you can do it very quick. But just need to take time to practice, just like the first time you start to write the writing. So now you can write a good word, not just like the scribbling. So same as the art. My last one is a little bit purple, a little bit green. Okay, so when you finish and the paper is totally dry, so you can add in the pattern. Okay, so you want to add the graphics, you can add the graphics. If you want to add the pattern, you can add the pattern when it is dry. Okay, if the paper is still wet and you just apply another color, another layer on it, it will just blur it, you will just blend it. So you have to wait your first layer totally dry, then you can do it. So any pattern you want, and you can add it with any color. Try to make the pattern simple. Don't have to do it too crazy. Okay, because the main topic is the plants, not the graphics on the pops, right? You can add the detail as much as you need. Okay, so when you're done the color, you're done the detail, don't forget to sign the name. Like the artist, you can sign anywhere that you think that can balance your joint. Okay. When you complete your drawing, sign the name and write down the date. 完成画作之后，签下你的名字，更写上日期。Don't forget to take a photo of your drawing and send it to us. 不要忘记帮你的作品拍上照片寄给我们哦。And don't forget to clean out the table before you go. 不要忘记清洁你的桌子哦。Bye bye, see you next time.